my dream of an absolution. 'Cause every night I will make it right, and every night I will come to you. And every night it just stays the same in my dream of an absolution. And you'll see what will be, what will be. And you'll see all you can, all you can. Every night, and every night, and every night, I will dream, I will dream. And you'll see, yeah, this is my dream. Every night, I'll always dream. Yeah, I will dream.
Whoops, wrong thing. What's good, y'all? How y'all doing? What's good? What's good? Hello, hello. Right and Phantoms here. We are back with our 50th. That's a milestone. Our 50th episode of the Lightning Round podcast. How you guys doing? Right and Phantoms here. Nice to see y'all. Hope everyone has been doing good and taking care of themselves, taking care of one another, eating well, treating each other well. But yeah, we're back here with some more stuff to talk about, but it's not really gonna be much because we're just gonna cover just week one. We're just gonna cover the NFL. That's all we're gonna cover for today. But if there is some other topics y'all want to bring up at random, feel free. So this one, which is crazy for a milestone episode, we're just gonna keep it light. And honestly, personally, that's fine. So for today's episode, of course, like I said, we're just gonna cover week one. So let me go ahead and bring up the NFL scores. Other than that, how you guys been? Hope you guys have been hydrating, taking care of yourselves. Cause right now, for me, while it's 86 degrees, it feels incredibly humid. If that makes sense. Like it feels. Yeah, it just feels hot for me. Maybe it's my room. I don't know. Cause I do need to. I am probably gonna I don't know if I'm gonna get out or not. It depends on what's gonna happen with this Destiny raid today. Cause at the moment I have no idea. I don't know if I'm doing the raid at 6 o'clock p.m. or if not a little later. I have to check up with the person that I'm gonna be playing with. So we're just gonna talk about this stuff, get it out the way, and then after that I'm probably gonna switch over to Destiny 2, see what's going on. Now I will tell y'all this. I was able to get to the final boss portion of the raid, and I did beat it. But so here's how the necrochasm works. If y'all don't remember the last time we talked about this with Destiny, is the necrochasm is a quest step. So it's not like how it was with the Vex Mytho class or like even the Touch of Mouse where you had to sit up there and you had to pray to God you get it to drop. This isn't the case. This is one of these situations where it's a guaranteed drop on completion. All you have to do is just walk up to that little sword, walk up to the sword, crawl the sword. Once you finish beating him, and you can acquire the quest from there. And then you have to follow the steps in order to get the gun. So I already did that. Now I'm on the final step, which is of course I have to collect Essence of Oversoul. If you guys remember, we covered that. So basically, the best way to cover it, best way to get it, is you just have to do the raid over and over and over again to get it, and you have to get, I believe, 20 oversouls in order to get it. So that means every Tuesday until I get this gun, like to its full completion, I have to do the raid and just get these oversouls. And what's going to be hard about it is it's not a frequent drop. So every day that we do it, every Tuesday that we do it is just, we have to pray we just get as much as we can, and then we'll just have the gun. That's literally all there is to it. But yeah, I can confirm I'm on the second quest step. So, there's that. We have that going for us. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about, the NFL. Let's talk about what happened today. God, I'm hot as all hell. Yes, I do have a cold bottle of water with me right now. Honestly, it's because of how hot it is in my room. I'm afraid to even go outside, period, because I feel like if I'm this hot in my room, it's going to be just as hot when I'm outside. Lions Chiefs 21-20. We already covered that. We need to cover the first 1 p.m. game that we saw. We're seeing here, and that's of course Browns 24, Bengals 3, which is honestly very surprising. So Cleveland completely dog walks Joe Burrow, who just signed an extension, a $275 million contract, and he gets completely destroyed. So that's very crazy. He goes 14 of 31, 82 yards. That's freaking insane. Joe Mixon, 13 carries, 56. Jamar Chase, 5 receptions, 39 yards. Again, this stuff is just pretty crazy to me, especially considering, look, the Bengals are supposed to be a top team, and they getting handled like this by the Browns. Now, granted, the Browns probably ain't no pushover, but that's still a little crazy to me. Deshaun Watson, the weird sexual abuser, he went 16 of 29, 154 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Nick Chubb rushed for over 100 out of 18 carries. Elijah Moore had 3 receptions for 43 yards. So let's see if there's anyone else in this stat line. No, no one else important. And I mean, we can look at the. I mean, there wasn't really much going on. It was just a great effort, great defensive effort by the Browns, really, because offensively these stats are kind of meh. So the fact they handled their business defensively, that's pretty damn good. All right, let's head back. We got the Ravens beating the Texans 25-9. C.J. Stroud had a better showing than, of course, Joe Burrow, which is crazy. 28 of 44, 242 yards. Lamar Jackson, 17 of 22, was very efficient. 169 yards, 1 interception. Damian Pierce rushed for 38 yards out of 11 carries. Lamar Jackson rushed for 6 yards out of 38 carries. Also, there was an injury in today's game, sadly. In that game, sadly. J.K. Dobbins is out for the season with a torn Achilles, which is really a shame. Nico Collins, 6 receptions, 80 yards. Zay Flowers, 9 receptions, 78 yards. Eagles, how are you doing? Let's see. There had been some touchdowns here. I'm going to assume all of these touchdowns had to have been like from defense because I see absolutely none. Hold on, let me see here. Who else for some touchdowns? Okay. Justice Hill ran for 2 touchdowns. J.K. Dobbins, who sadly got hurt, he got a touchdown as well. So that makes up the 3 touchdowns right there. I'm wondering, like, how the hell did they even get a score? I guess for the Texans, they didn't get 1 touchdown. They just kicked field goals the whole game. That will not be enough to get it done. Buccaneers and Vikings, this is the game that was absolutely unexpected, and it was very good. Baker Mayfield went 21 of 34, 173 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kirk Cousins, 33 of 44, 344 yards, 2 touchdowns. Bengals also did the trash talk, and they paid for it. 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. Rashad White, 17 carries, 39 yards. Alexander Madison, 11 carries, 34 yards. Mike Evans, who's on his last contract with the Bucks, 6 receptions, 66 yards and a touchdown. Justin Jefferson had 9 receptions and 150 yards. So guaranteed to get you some stats on that end if you have Justin Jefferson for fantasy. Let's see who scored. Baker Mayfield scored twice. 1 to Mike Evans, 1 to Trey Palmer. Vikings, Kirk Cousins, he threw a pick. He threw 1 touchdown to Jordan Addison and 1 touchdown to Alexander Madison. Okay. So for who got the interception on the Bucs side, let's take a look. Okay, it was Christian Eisen who got the interception. Okay, nice. That interception and those turnovers apparently because they also had a fumble, I believe, to the Vikings. That pretty much cost them the game. When you win the turnover battle, you usually would win. So that was the case here. Falcons beating the Panthers 24-10. Bryce Young 20 of 38, 134 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. That's why that's what hurt him right there. Desmond Ridder 15 of 18, 115 yards, 1 touchdown. Miles Sanders isn't shown in the stat sheet. He fumbled the ball. 18 carries for 72. Tyler Alliger 15 carries, 75 yards, 2 touchdowns. Hayden Hurst 5 receptions, 41. Kyle Pitts 2 receptions. Kyle Pitts deserves to go somewhere better because honestly they're wasting him over there in Atlanta. Jesus Christ, it's freaking hot in here, and I don't know why. Well, never mind, I know why. The air conditioning's messed up. The fact C.J. Stroud threw 2 picks is not good. Commanders beat the Cardinals 20-16. Josh Dobbs 21 of 30, 132. Sam Howells 19 of 31, 202, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. James Conner 14 carries, 62. Brian Robinson 19 carries, 59. Rondell Moore 3 receptions, 33. Curtis Samuel 5 receptions, 54. Okay. Was there any Yeah, there was an interception, so we could look at the Cardinals who got the pick. It was Zaven Collins. Okay, cool. I think he was their first round pick last year, so if I'm right. Um, Jaguars Colts. I thought this was gonna be a very good game. It kind of was up until the end. Trevor Lawrence 24-32, 241 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Anthony Richardson 24-37, 223 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Each team got picked. Each quarterback got picked. Travis Etienne 77 yards and a touchdown. Anthony Richardson 40 yards and a touchdown. Keep in mind they have to do this without Jonathan Taylor being there. Calvin Ridley 8 receptions, 101 yards, 1 touchdown. Michael Pittman 8 receptions, 97 yards and 1 touchdown. So somebody got an interception on Anthony Richardson. It was Tyson Campbell. And somebody got an interception on the Colts side. I believe it was Tony Brown. Okay, cool. So that's all for that. We're going to go over to the 49ers beating the Steelers 30-7. The game was already out of reach by the time the San Francisco 49ers put up another 10 points in the second quarter. Brock Purdy 19-29, 220 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kenny Pickett 31-46, 232 yards, 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. Christian McCaffrey ran for 152 yards out of 22 carries and a touchdown. Najee Harris 6 carries, 31 yards. Brandon Ayuk 8 receptions, 129 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Allen Robinson, the hell. Allen Robinson 5 receptions, 64 yards. So let's go to who picked them off twice. Once it was Hufanga picked them off, and the other one was Chardavius Ward picking them off. Okay, so 2 interceptions for the 49ers, making sure that the Steelers just absolutely does not do anything. By the way, if you're wondering who the clap cheeks of the week goes to, we're gonna trust me, we will get there. Have that clap cheeks button ready. Titans beat this. Saints lose to the Titans 16-15. Ryan Tannehill threw for 3 interceptions. That is nasty. 16-34, 198 yards. Derek Carr 23 of 33, 305 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Derrick Henry rushed for 63 yards out of 15 carries. Jamal Williams 45 out of 18 carries. DeAndre Hopkins. I wonder how it feels to go from the Texans to Cardinals and then to the Titans. You go from your place you were originally drafted, of course, and then you go to the rival, the Titans. DeAndre Hopkins, 7 receptions, 65 yards. Chris Olave, 8 receptions, 112 yards. He helped me out in fantasy, so he did a very good job. For who picked off Ryan Tannehill 3 times, let's take a good look. It's gonna be very good. Paulson Aldebo, Marshawn Lattimore, and Marcus May. Okay. And for the Titans side, it would be Amani Hooker. Huh, not bad. Raiders Broncos 17-16. I did say Raiders. I think I did say Raiders is gonna win this. Raiders win. So 26. Okay, 20 of 26 from Jimmy G. 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. That's actually a very efficient stat line coming from Jimmy G. Russell Wilson actually had a good game for once in his life. 24 of 34, 177 yards and 2 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs ran for 48 yards out of 19. Javonte Williams ran for 52 out of 13 carries. Jacoby Myers, 2 touchdowns out of 2 touchdowns, 81 yards. He had 9 receptions. Samaje Perine was the league receiver. That is not a good thing for the Broncos. You have another running back as a leading receiver, 4 receptions, 37 yards. How the hell did he score? Talking about Russell Wilson. How the hell did he score as much as he did? Let's look at the Broncos. That is absolutely embarrassing. I'm sorry I gotta say this. Cortland Sutton did score a touchdown though. Cortland Sutton scored a touchdown. Lil Jordan Humphrey scored a touchdown. Marvin Mims didn't do anything. Alex Singleton had 4 tackles. Nice, happy for him. Former Eagle. Kareem Jackson had an interception on Jimmy G. And I think that will cover it. Okay, from that game. Now we get to our game. The Eagles and the Patriots. Jalen Hurts Eagles win 25-20. Jalen Hurts 22 of 33, 170 yards, 1 touchdown. Mac Jones 35 of 54, 316 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. He completely shredded the Eagles defense. Kenneth Gainwell 15 carries, 54 yards. Zeke Elliott 7 carries, 29 yards. A.J. Brown 7 receptions, 79 yards. Ramondre Stevenson 6 receptions, 64 yards. I would say this is a bad thing, but like you see in the stat line, Mac Jones was literally carving up the Eagles defense. So the leading rusher was Kenneth Gainwell out of so of course, there's that. Um, A.J. Brown, 79 yards. Another person that had just as good of a stat line in that game was Devontae Smith, 7 receptions, 47 yards, and a touchdown. This was like the only passing touchdown scored by the Eagles. The rest of it was scored off of from a interception by Darius Slay, and some of it was, I think it was a running touchdown we had, didn't we? Oh no running touchdown. The rest of it was just field goals. So good job, Jake Elliott. Kendrick Bourne was the leading receiver. 6 receptions, 64 yards, 2 touchdowns. I don't know why they have Ramondre Stevenson in here if Kendrick Bourne did just as much with more. He had the same stat line but with 2 more touchdowns. I don't know why. There was no interception, but Jalen Hurts did fumble the ball towards the end of the game. I'll keep it short and sweet. I understand it's everyone's first game, particularly for the coordinators, like the defensive coordinators and the offensive coordinator, So I completely get it. It's their first game after preseason with a new team. Well, in this case, with Brian Johnson with a new role. I completely understand that. But again, I will say this. The Eagles, they need to do more RPOs. That's all I can say. Because I saw next to none of it at all throughout the game. There was play action. There's a difference between a play action and a run pass option. There was no run pass options almost at all. Like, you barely see them. Like, I understand Brian Johnson is known for leading a prolific offense over there in Florida. But even with that prolific offense, he still had to know, look, RPOs are a thing. So hopefully the next game against the Vikings, he will run those. I don't have much to say about Sean Desai. He did what he had to do, especially because his defense gave up 20 points. That's not a bad thing, as far as I'm concerned. That's pretty okay in the NFL world. He held them down as much as he could. The offense was just stalling time after time after time after time again. So, yeah. So hopefully for him, hopefully for the offense, they gotta step it up. They gotta step it up. So with that being said, I'll see if I could talk more about this on Sunday because honestly, like I said, I'm hot as hell right now, so I'm going through what I got right now. I'm doing the best I can. I'm probably gonna go out and to just grab more to drink, like probably grab like a Gatorade or some shit. I see it coming already. Yeah, there's that. That's your final score from the Eagles. Okay, so we got the rest of these games here. We got Rams beating the Seahawks 30-13. I'm honestly gonna skip the rest of these until I get to the important one. This was actually a very good game that it sucks that we missed, but it's okay. Dolphins beat Chargers 36-34. That was a high-scoring game, probably one of the only high-scoring games throughout the week because there wasn't many of them that was that damn high. Packers, even without Aaron Rodgers, who we'll get to in a minute, completely shreds the Bears 38-20. And here we go. We got our clap cheeks of the week. Dallas Cowboys defeat the New York Giants 40-0. They destroyed the Giants at their own home 40-0. 0. Not one single point was put up from the Giants. And those Giants fans had to wait all day to see that their team shat the bed like this. I understand it's week 1 and all, but I would be... I would be very concerned. I would be very concerned if I'm the Giants. You mean to tell me not one point you could put up on a rival team? Not one. Not one. At least with the Eagles, they put up 7 on the playoff game. At least last year, when they got eliminated from the playoffs by the Eagles, they at least put up a touchdown. They ain't put up not 1 point. Week 1, everybody playing. That is absolutely unreal. Dak Prescott obviously did not have to do much because of this, so he did what he he should do. Of course, what any other quarterback would do in a situation like this. He game managed 13 of 24, 143 yards. He didn't have to go hard. There was no reason to. The defense and the special teams was already doing a lot. Speaking of, that isn't shown in the stat sheet. The Cowboys did get a blocked field goal that they took it all the way back for a touchdown. That was the last I saw of them before I sat up there and I went to sleep. Daniel Jones, 15 of 28, 104 yards, 2 interceptions. Jesus Christ. Tony Pollard, 14 carries, 70 yards, 2 touchdowns. Saquon Barkley, 12 carries, 51 yards. CeeDee Lamb, 4 receptions, 77 yards. Darren Waller, 3 receptions, 36 yards. My goodness. All right, let's see who picked off Daniel Jones twice. Okay, one was Darian Bland. The other was Stephon Gilmore, the new addition for the team. And it was just nasty stuff. Nasty, 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 nasty. I know Micah Parsons did get a sack, so there you go right there. Osewa Exigbo, or whatever the fuck his name, this guy right here that I'm highlighting, he had 2 sacks right here. That's what I'm saying. They needed a mercy rule. It felt like I was watching an NCAA football game, and I mean a lower tier. I mean like the kind of NCAA game where one's clearly an elite class versus a low ass team that's barely in Division 1 or some shit like that. That's how it felt like. Yeah, I got no words for the Giants. Bills, Jets. Jets win the game 22-16. Josh Allen threw 3 interceptions. Ouch. So that Madden curse is hitting early, ladies and gentlemen. 3 interceptions for the Madden cover athlete Josh Allen. 29 of 41, 236 yards, 1 touchdown. Zach Wilson had to step in. Well, I'll explain in a little bit why he had to step in. He threw 14 to 21, 140 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. James Cook, 46 yards out of 12 carries. Breece Hall, 127 yards out of 10 carries. Stephon Diggs probably had arguably the best receiving stat line out of everybody so far in week 1. 10 receptions, 102 yards, 1 touchdown. Allen Lazard didn't do too much. But hey, the Jets did just enough to win. You know, that is a resilient Jets team, and they did it through a walk-off apparently in overtime because it was 16-16 all up until that point. So let's look at the stats. Who picked off Josh Allen 3 times, shall we? Let's take a good look. Oh my God! All 3 interceptions belong to Jordan Whitehead. That's some damn good looking for the cornerback there. He's been eyeing Josh Allen. Alright, so you're probably wondering, why do we see Aaron Rodgers here? 1 attempt, 0 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Well, let's talk about it, shall we? Aaron Rodgers sadly suffered a major injury yesterday that, of course, caught my eye during the stream when I'm playing Monster Hunter. So we find out that Aaron Rodgers is officially out for the rest of the season with a torn Achilles. And the way how he got hurt, it's nasty. But I will say this for sure. I understand people want to bring up J.K. Dobbins and him suffering his injury, but I'm tired of people using that as an excuse to keep the turf grass around. I'm tired of people using it as an excuse to where we need a reason to keep turf. No, turf should be banned in the NFL. I'm sorry. Like, it's almost like, come on now, it's like, it's literally historically proven that turf is not good for football. Never has and never will be. You even got players coming out and saying they would rather play in muddy grass and lose their footing than play on turf that feels like they're playing on concrete. I think now, thanks to this situation, and I hate that it had to come at the expense of Aaron Rodgers of all people, who's pushing 40 years old, who might loom retirement after this. I think after this situation, it's going to push the New York Giants and the New York Jets both to want to finally use grass. Which they should. They should have been using grass. They should have used it years ago. especially when Saquon Barkley got hurt. I don't know if he got hurt in their stadium, but when he got hurt for that one season, he was sorely missed. Um, yeah, it's just a shame, because that sucked all the life out of a Jets fan. I mean, if you're a Jets fan, all I could do is offer, my condolences to you having to go through that situation where the guy you came in, the guy you hyped up, the guy you think, all right, he's gonna help us take the AFC East this year, goes from I'm ready to take the AFC East by storm to I'm hurt. So, nasty stuff. If I ever had to play on turf, I'm retiring. Bro, that's all people got to say about turf grass. It's not good. Now, I don't know if it's turf that they use for other sports, like, say, tennis or some shit like that. Y'all can look it up and confirm with me, please, whenever y'all can. Jesus Christ, AEW collisions, ratings are dropping. So remember what we talked about with, with collision? Remember what we talked about with CM Punk's firing? There we go. There we go. There we go. So there we go. It's dropping by the minute, but hey, we'll talk about that next time. But yeah, pretty much Aaron Rodgers getting hurt the way that he did, it is a massive blow, not just for the NFL to want to see what this newly reformed Jets team can do. Is not just a massive blow to the league, but of course it's a massive blow to everyone in the Jets. It's a massive blow to him. So it really, really sucked. It looked like the Hayward injury. Are you talking about Darius Hayward? I didn't even know he suffered a Achilles injury. Oh no! You're talking about him. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about the guy from the Pittsburgh Steelers. You're talking about the basketball player. That Hayward. My bad. Um. Yeah, my bad. Yeah. You're talking about the basketball player from the when he was on the Celtics and he suffered that bad injury. But yeah, it was not good. It was horrible. And I feel bad for Aaron Rodgers. Hopefully now, like I said, the NFL can finally decide to be like, you know what? Let's just put a ban on this shit. It needs to happen. It needs to be over and done with. No more turf. Everybody uses grass. Cause I'll tell you this right now. Everyone will tell you this. Grass is much more better. Grass is a lot more better. Oh shit. Well, that's interesting. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's linked up. Okay, cool. I'm happy for him. But yeah, like I said, grass needs to be used on every field. You're less likely to catch an injury on grass than you ever would on turf. That has literally been a proven fact. Plain and simple. That's all I can say. There's no excuse for the NFL not to do it when you got soccer stadiums. One in New Madrid, apparently, that's set up there and has it as a thing where they could just replace the field. Literally just mechanically replace the field, which is absolutely incredible. So I'm gonna see if I could find that real quick so that way you guys can. Oh wow, they cut Leo Collins. Oh shit, they cutting. I thought they were gonna keep him around. I thought they was just wow. They just signed him to a massive contract. That's I'm like, why would they cut him? Yeah, he literally got fired on his day off. If I remember not too long ago, I believe the Bengals signed him to like a 4-year deal. So hold up, let me look that up. Yeah, it was a 3-year deal worth $21 million and included a $5 million signing bonus, and just like that, he's cut. Wow. Couldn't. Wow. Considering what the Bengals just went through against the Browns, you would think they would need him, but okay. Okay. Oh, also, Jalen Carter is gonna be a force to be reckoned with in this league for a long time. If y'all, I know we saw the Patriots Eagles, but Jalen Carter could have gotten multiple sacks in that game if it weren't for Mac Jones throwing the ball for 2.5 seconds. So there you go. Yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna talk about for now. I'm honestly hard as hell. I'm tired. I'm probably gonna head out just to get away right now. But I am gonna see what's going on with this raid situation. I think I'll come back in about an hour. Come back here for about an hour just to see what's going on with this because I would love to do this raid entirely and get it all out the way. So yeah, that's all we're gonna talk about. It sucks for Aaron Rodgers, but hey, I mean, hopefully now this will push the league. This will push the New York teams to go out and go get some fucking grass, please. Look, even the new teams right now that got, I'm sorry, even the teams that got new stadiums, the Vikings, the Vikings use grass now. I don't know if they used grass before, but they use grass now. The Vikings use grass. The the Las Vegas Raiders use grass. They use that shit. The Atlanta Falcons use grass. You know what I'm saying? So like every new modern stadium we could think of, they're using grass. Even upcoming stadiums that are gonna come out, such as the Titans' new stadium, that's using grass. So I don't know what else I can really tell you. I mean, we're at this point in life right now for the NFL where they need to ditch turf altogether. Any teams that are still using turf, scrap that shit, get rid of it, and make sure that shit never returns because it shouldn't return. Plain and simple. I don't know how certain teams in college football don't get fucked up due to it because you could look at the Boise State Broncos. They use blue turf, but somehow no one gets hurt off that shit. At least not that I know of. And then you got Eastern, what is it, Eastern Washington, whatever team it was, whatever college it was that Cooper Cup is on, they use red turf. Again, nobody really gets hurt off that shit. So it's interesting. But alright, till then, guys, here's my schedule throughout the rest of the week. As you can see here, later on, hopefully around 6, maybe 6:30, we got a Destiny raid to do. So if y'all could come by, come on here, and we could see this Destiny raid. We could, try to complete it. And of course, Wednesday, same time, same thing. Well, might be 2:30. I might push it to 3:30, honestly, because I know y'all don't want to see much of me playing Tales of Berseria. So I might push it to like an hour back, like 3:30, just so I can get more time to go out or do some shit. But if something comes up, I will let y'all know. 3:30 p.m. I think is gonna be Tales of Berseria. Then after that, we'll play some Halo. 1 p.m. of course is gonna be movie night, and then after that, I will be out because I'm gonna go to the Eagles game, Eagles Vikings. And Friday 5:30, I might push that to 8:30. Let's see. Hold on, let me check the schedule. Take a look. Actually, yeah, cause I'm off on the 16th. Yeah, I'm gonna push that to 8:30. So, yeah, let me do that now. Let me do that right now with some of these times. There you go. That's one. And since I did put it at 5, let's change that to an 8 because I'm off on Saturday. Usually I would be. That's why I would usually have it be like, okay, we'll just do Yakuza at this time. But yeah, since Yakuza, since I'm off on Saturday entirely for work. Usually I will have it at 5:30 if I do have to work on the Saturday, but now I'm off, so 8:30. Sunday, of course, is week 2 of the NFL, and there you go. I might do picks from there for week 2, honestly. So if I am gonna end up doing picks from there, it's gonna be around 11 o'clock, same time, 11, 12 o'clock, just before everything starts. So till then, guys, thank y'all so much. All right, I'll see y'all back here in about an hour or two. We're gonna do the Destiny raid and see if our guy's still on there. Cause somebody I met said that he would want to do it at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So we'll see what'll happen with him. But yeah, till then, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna at least chill out for a little bit somewhere. And I'll talk to y'all then later.